Institution of Chemical Engineers Malaysia, ICHEME, Professor Michael Cloak, Board Member of the Institution of Chemical Engineers Malaysia, ICHEME, Senior Dr. Shahrin Abdullah, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment, UKM, Senior Management of EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited and UKM, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Well, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we would like to extend our thankfulness to our Lord for His blessings as we are able to be here at this historical event. The extended warm welcome goes to all our guests who are going to spend a great moment here shortly this morning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, prior to the commencement of our event this morning, allow me to brief on Emergency Action Plan in UKM. This council room is equipped with all fire detection and extinguishing equipment as prescribed by the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia. This room has 2 exit doors which can be used during emergency. There is one at the left side of the stage facing the audience, and another one is the main door. In the event of an emergency such as a fire, an emergency bell will be ringing. Therefore, stay calm, do not feel anxious, and kindly exit orderly from the room by using exit doors heading to the assembly point. Our incident officers will assist in the evacuation of the building. Due to the pandemic of COVID-19, kindly request your full cooperation to alert on your distance among each other by staying apart within the distance of at least 1 meter. You are also kindly requested to put on your face mask at all time. You are merely allowed to not put on your face mask during the photo session. Do not shaking hands except putting your hands on your chest and bowing down respectfully. The photo session will be held upon completion. Within the session, all guests are not allowed to capture the photo of the group. The official photo will only be captured by the authorized photographer. In addition, signage on the floor indicates standing positions. By the way, lunch packages will be distributed to guests. We put as much hope to all guests to stay safe and healthy along the ceremony. Well, your cooperation is highly appreciated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this international collaboration is to increase the international rankings of chemical engineering program through accreditation by the Institution of Chemical Engineers, ICHEME, which is fully funded by EnQuest for 4 years of accreditation. May this accreditation effort provides benefits to the program itself, stakeholders, and UKM as well, in addition to strengthen the collaboration between university and industry. Well, it is indeed a great pleasure to witness this historical event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, respecting the tradition of the Islamic faith, as for begging the pleasure of Allah, may we ask all Muslims who are present to conjointly pray to the Almighty to grace our ceremony. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Fadli Abu Sadin to recite and lead the prayer.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Karim, sesungguhnya kami berhimpun pada hari ini bagi menyatakan kesyukuran di atas kurniaan-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur, sama ada nikmat yang sedikit, lebih-lebih lagi nikmat yang melimpah ruah kepada kami. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, sesungguhnya Engkau Maha mengetahui bahawa kami di sini ingin menimba ilmu-Mu yang sangat luas bagi mengembangkan potensi kami sebagai hamba-Mu yang Engkau ridai. Ya Allah, jadikanlah Majlis MOA di antara Universiti, Kebangsaan Malaysia dan EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia ini suatu majlis yang diberkati olehmu dan bakal menghasilkan impak yang sangat baik dan berguna kepada seluruh masyarakat, negara maupun dunia. Justeru, rahmatilah majlis kami ini, kurniakanlah kepada kami ilmumu, sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan cahaya dan hidayahmu. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima dan menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. May our Lord bless us. Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now is the welcoming address by the UKM Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Industry, Alumni and Community Partnerships, representing Vice-Chancellor of UKM. Without further ado, please welcome Yang Berbahagia Professor Datuk Dr. Imran Ho Abdullah to convey his welcoming address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Mr. John Penrose, Managing Director of EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited. My colleague, Prof. Datuk Insinyur Dr. Abdul Wahab Muhammad, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation, who is also a chemical engineer. Datuk Roslan Ibrahim, Head of Business Services, EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited. Professor Insinyur Dr. Law Chung Lim, the Chairman, Board of Institution of Chemical Engineers. Professor Michael Cloak, Board Member of the Institution of Chemical Engineers. Yang Berbahagia, Dean Shahriar, and also the Deputy Deans and all the members of the faculty. Senior officers of EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for UKM that we are here this morning to sign an MOA between EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited to establish an agreement towards the accreditation of chemical engineering program by the Institution of Chemical Engineers. On behalf of UKM, I thanked the EnQuest for providing the financial support towards IChemE accreditation at the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment. It is quite a significant sum of money. Hopefully that with this we can perhaps move on to further other collaboration as well. Now, UKM is top 200 world universities by some of these universities ranking, and also one of 5 research universities in Malaysia. This year we celebrate our golden jubilee. So the university is 50 years old, and I think over the years we have consistently produced good graduates, alumni, numbering about 200,000 top leaders, both in government and in industries. Currently, our student population stands about 18,000 and 5,000 postgraduate, with about 3,000 international students. I think John has been, we discussed briefly this morning about our student numbers and also about the accreditation. We believe in the importance of accreditation because it provides, of course, ensures that our program remain acceptable and meets the quality, the standards of recognition, and it actually helps our students to get better jobs as well. It's very important for that. I believe that EnQuest is also hires a lot of our alumni. So I'm happy to hear that well, perhaps John would say more about that. They are doing good work there. It's not only about their skill sets, but I believe the outcome of our education system, the outcome-based education, provides them the necessary skills. But we hope that they are able to do the university and the nation proud, by their values and the ethics that they have as well. Accreditation is not new to UKM. Our Graduate School of Business, for instance, is AACSB accredited. In fact, our biomedical program in the Faculty of Health Sciences has been accredited by the Institute of Biomedical Science, United Kingdom, since the 1990s. So we continue to work towards accreditation of all our degrees. So for the information of our guests this morning, the Bachelor of Chemical Engineering in the Department of Chemical Engineering, Chemical and Process Engineering, was once accredited by the Institution of Chemical Engineers for the student intakes of 1996 until 1998. However, the department was not able to sustain the IChemE accreditation, not due to the standards, not because we do not have that minimum standards required, but I believe it was some other consideration, namely the fees for the accreditation and so on. So I'm therefore very glad that at this time, EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia has stepped forward, thank you, to support and sponsor the IChemE accreditation, the annual fee for the first cycle of accreditation. I trust that this first step will also provide further collaboration in between the department, the faculty, and the university with EnQuest. As a national university, UKM is always looking forward to create new and beneficial collaboration with partners via lateral and multilateral agreements. The university also forms or has formed strategic partnerships with universities and also institutions around the world. We are a member of the University Alliance, University Industry Alliance, UAI-TED. We are also a leading member in the Asia-Europe University Network, or the ASI-UniNet. We are part of the Global University Network for Innovation. And of course, we host a lot of the activities for the ASEAN University Network, as well as the Association of University of Asia and the Pacific. So finally, I would like to congratulate the Program of Chemical Engineering and the Faculty of Engineering for establishing this MOA with the EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia. I believe that this collaborative effort is very commendable, and I hope that all your programs, I think they're already accredited, but to seek further accreditation. So to all of you, I thank you once again for your commitment and your time and your cooperation in this event, and I wish the collaboration and the accreditation process a smooth one. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Professor Datuk. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, next will be a special address by Managing Director, EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited. With no delay, please welcome Mr. John Penrose to convey his speech.
Good morning, everyone. Professor Dato Dr. Imran Ho Abdullah, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Industry, Alumni and Community Partnerships. Professor Dato Dr. Abdul Wahab bin Mohammed, Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Research and Innovation, UKM, and fellow chemical engineer. Professor Dr. Law Jung Lim, Chairman, Board of Institution of Chemical Engineers. Professor Michael Cloak, Board Member of the Institution of Chemical Engineers. Yang Berbahagia, Professor Dr. Shahir Abdullah, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honoured and pleased to welcome you to the signing ceremony for the Memorandum of Agreement and Sponsorship between EnQuest Petroleum Production Malaysia Limited and UKM. During these challenging times as a consequence of COVID-19 pandemic, it's fantastic to see that industry and academia can effectively collaborate to establish a mutually beneficial relationship for EnQuest, UKM and IChemE, three organisations that want to see the best for Malaysia. Personally, I'm also delighted to be here today, as I'm also a chemical engineer by training, and I've been a member of the Institution of Chemical Engineers for over 35 years, so from my student days at university. And I'm proud to also hold a fellowship of the Institute, so I've seen the benefits of having the accreditation myself through my career. The signing of this Memorandum of Agreement and Sponsorship is important to EnQuest for two reasons. Firstly, it demonstrates our strong support for UKM in its efforts to strengthen the quality of its chemical engineering programme. Secondly, it demonstrates our support to the development of local talent that will benefit not only EnQuest, but also Malaysia, with the supply of qualified and high-quality graduates. A strong and sustainable link between academia and industry is critical to achieving this goal. I'd like to discuss these two areas in a little more detail. With EnQuest support, UKM will be able to enhance the chemical engineering programme by gaining accreditation by the Institution of Chemical Engineers. We envisage this collaboration will help to increase the recognition and visibility of the UKM chemical engineering programme to international standards. At the same time, we'll also see that it will provide future UKM graduates the platform to benefit from the IChemE's professional engineering registrations, including Chartered Engineer status with the UK Engineering Council. Looking beyond the campus gates, a close linkage between industry and academia is critical to the development of society in general, and will particularly contribute to increasing the level of employability of UKM graduates at domestic and international levels. This collaboration between EnQuest and UKM is not limited to funding of the IChemE accreditation, but also the opportunity for EnQuest personnel to volunteer for activities such as industry talks or lectures, internship placements, and potentially future job opportunities. I'm sure EnQuest employees will gain as much from this aspect of the relationship with the UKM as the students will. As mentioned before, development of local talent will not only benefit EnQuest but also Malaysia's various process industries, which includes oil and gas. The oil and gas industry is no different to any other industry, where there's an increasing trend of evolution and change, which requires a continuous flow of new skills that can adapt to these changes. EnQuest recognises the need to continually invest in education so that we are better prepared to face the challenges of the future. This collaboration is a clear demonstration of the intention of EnQuest to invest in the development of education in Malaysia. Since 2015, EnQuest has always championed both internships and graduate placements. Over the years, we have supported 44 internships and are proud to have recruited 6 graduates, all of whom are still working with us. Furthermore, in 2019, EnQuest commenced the sponsorship of 1 undergraduate student and have plans to support a further 2 students in 2020. This MOA and sponsorship will take our partnership with the UKM another step forward. It is especially important in enabling us to invest in the development of education by actively supporting homegrown talent, who will be able to positively contribute to the benefit of the wider engineering community and society in general. I'd like to conclude by once again thanking all the distinguished guests for your presence and support this morning, and particularly for your tolerance with the precautions that are necessary for ourselves to be able to continue our business safely during the global pandemic. I do find it unusual not being able to see people's smiling faces, so it's quite unusual. You have to look at people's eyes. This event today demonstrates the resilience of people to change and the strong desire to continue investing in education. Finally, I'd also like to take this opportunity to offer my sincere appreciation to members of the organising committee from UKM, from EnQuest, for working so tirelessly towards the success of this event. Congratulations and well done. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Penrose. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, As introduction to the respective organization, let us enjoy the corporate video of UKM and EnQuest.
There is a university that inspires futures, the futures of the young, the future of our way of life, the future of this nation. And the future begins by nurturing possibilities. Is here, now, where the possibilities are endless.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we are reaching the main agenda, the signing of the document of Memorandum of Agreement and Sponsorship between UKM and EnQuest. Well, right at this time, please welcome Managing Director of EnQuest, together with UKM Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Industry, Alumni and Community Partnerships, representing Vice-Chancellor of UKM, to proceed with signing the document of Memorandum of Agreement. Please welcome Managing Director of EnQuest, together with UKM Deputy Vice-Chancellor, to proceed with the post-signing photography session. Thank you. As a sign of gratitude, please welcome UKM Deputy Vice-Chancellor to present the memento of appreciation to Managing Director of EnQuest. In return, please welcome Managing Director of EnQuest to present the token of appreciation to UKM Deputy Vice-Chancellor. Well, thank you. Well, that's the end of our ceremony. Prior to leaving the event, please welcome Mr. Penrose together with Professor Datuk Dr. Imran Ho Abdullah and other guests for grouping photography session at the main lobby of Chancellery Level 2. And the bento lunchbox will be distributed to our guests. Kindly aware about the social distance and the SOP is strictly applied. Well, our heartfelt thankfulness goes to all guests for your support. Thank you.